Good morning, students. This is the continuation of chapter light, where we are going to study what refractive index is and then how angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. Yes, students, in this slide we are going to learn how angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. Let us see it from this diagram here. In this diagram, given to you is there is a slab and a ray is incident on this slab, and this incident ray after refraction takes the path QR. At R point again refraction is taking place and the ray, it goes away from the normal and takes the path RS. So we are going to take here that velocity of light in air is V1, velocity of light in glass as V2, and again when the ray is emerging out of the glass, it is entering in air again. Therefore velocity of light in the medium air is V1. Now use Snell's law at point Q. So at point Q, if we use Snell's law, according to Snell's law, the constant is equal to the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. So sine I upon sine R is equal to the constant, which is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, and it is also equal to the ratio of the velocities of the two mediums. Therefore it will be equal to V1 upon V2. Now let us start taking the refraction at point R. At point R, the ray is moving from glass to air. Therefore according to Snell's law, refractive index at point R will be equal to sine R divided by sine E, and also equal to the ratio of the two velocities, that is V2 upon V1. Now do the reverse of this whole equation. Reversing the whole equation, we get sine E upon sine R is equal to 1 upon eta 2 with respect to 1 is equal to V1 upon V2. Take this as equation 2. We are going to equate now equation 1 and equation 2 as the right hand side of both the equations are same. It is V1 upon V2 here. Right hand side of the equation 1, and right hand side of equation 2 is V1 upon V2. So if right hand sides are same, their left hand sides will be equal to. Now equate these left hand sides of the equation 1 and equation 2. So it will be sine I upon sine R is equal to sine E upon sine R. Now cancel out the common term here. Sine R and sine R are cancelling each other. Hence you are getting sine I is equal to sine E. Therefore angle of incidence comes out to be equal to angle of emergence. We'll be starting with the relation of refractive index with wavelength. Before going to start with this relationship, let us put some light on what we have done till now. There are a few definitions which we have done, that is the definition of optics, that it is a branch of physics that deals with the properties and behavior of light. Refraction of light, that is bending of light when it travels from one medium to another medium. And then light travels from one medium to another medium with different speed. So speed of light is different in different medium. Refractive index is the refractive ability of a medium. If refractive index is higher, the medium will be denser, and if refractive index is lower, then medium will be lighter. Now V1 usually we take velocity of light in air, and V2 we take velocity of light in glass. So you must remember the formula V is equal to nu lambda. So if we get the value of V1, it will be equal to nu times lambda 1, where nu is the frequency and lambda 1 is the wavelength. Similarly, V2 is the velocity of light in glass, therefore its value will be V2 equal to nu times lambda 2. Now we know that refractive index is equal to the ratios of the velocity of light in first medium to the velocity of light in second medium, that is V2 upon V1. Now if we want to take the refractive index in first medium with respect to second medium, then it will be V2 upon V1. Now put the value of V2 here. V2 is lambda 2 into nu and V1 is lambda 1 into nu. Nu and nu will cancel each other, hence V2 upon V1 will be equal to lambda 2 upon lambda 1. Therefore, the relationship between refractive index and wavelength is that refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium is equal to lambda 2 upon lambda 1. Next, we have a numerical which is based on apparent depth and actual depth. The numerical is the apparent depth of an object at the bottom of the tank filled with the liquid of refractive index 1.3 is 7.7 centimeter. What is the actual depth of the liquid in the tank? Yes, students, this numerical is slightly new to you as refractive index has another definition also. So refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium is also equal to the actual depth to the apparent depth. So usually we take actual depth as h1 and apparent depth as h2. Hence, putting the value, refractive index is given to you as 1.3, put here 1.3. Actual depth we need to find out. Apparent depth is given to you, that is 7.7. So put the value here 7.7. Now find out the actual depth. Actual depth will be equal to 1.3 into 7.7. When we multiply it, we are going to get 10.01 centimeters. So this is the formula for actual depth. So this is one of the formula